friends, welcome back to my channel, Life as Tiff Knows It. I'm Tiff and I'm going to be doing WIP and Chat number 26. I can't believe it was 26 weeks. There's 36 weeks in a year, so I've been doing this for over half a year, but that just seems crazy. I'm loving doing these videos. I'm hoping you're enjoying these videos too. And if you're new to WIP and Chats, or you're new to my channel, welcome. WIP and Chats are a time to work on a project, sometimes referred to as a work in progress, or WIP for short, and chatting, just catching you up with what's going on, talking about diamond painting in general, talking about a lot of my videos I think are just me processing my week. And it's helpful for me, and I hope it makes you feel like you're not alone and keeps you company for the things you're doing and what you're going through. So you're learning a lot about me by watching these WIP and Chats, but I'd love for you in the comments to write a random fact about you, like just something about you. I'd love to hear it. I'd love to know more about people who are viewing my channel. So today I am working on a project for Drills and Chills. This is called A Moment on Memory Lane by Chuck Pinson. It's released by Diamond Art Club, or DAC for short. And yeah, I've been really enjoying this project. I've been slightly confused by it because since I'm working in sections, I'm not seeing a lot of the image, like obviously not the full image, and it looks very pixelated to me. And I even was like talking to my husband like, hey, when you look at this, does it just look like a blob to you? Because I haven't worked on too many Diamond Art Club diamond paintings, but when I have in the past, it's been super clear what the image is. And with landscapes, what I'm learning is it is so much confetti. And if you don't know what confetti means, that means just a lot of changing of colors. That up close, it does look very unrecognizable, in my opinion. But I was thinking, crap, did I mix up some colors when I was kitting up? Because I made a video, I'll link that in the description box and try to put it in the eye too. A video of me kitting up this kit, and I was pretty distracted and my emotions were high because I was a little bit embarrassed about all of the mishaps happening. So I'm like, did I like just mess up some colors? Is that what's going on? But my husband reassured me like that it does look, it's coming together. So the part of the diamond painting I'm working on right now is supposed to look like falling leaves and a street, I believe. Yeah, like a sidewalk area. And I did glance at it from far away. And it looks really good from far away. So I'm very relieved. Do you ever have diamond paintings you work on where you're like, I don't know how this is coming to, if this is coming together at all. Like, I'm truly not sure if this is supposed to be how it looks, because that was my thought. Oh, it's hard to pick up this. I don't want to move my tripod, so I'm just putting you where you need to go, right over here. I do think that at this pace, if I keep up this pace, I will finish this diamond painting in time. I am spending a lot more time in the mornings, just dedicating time to it, because y'all, I'm so excited. I finally got my sprinklers fixed. So I think there's even a WIP and Chat, maybe early June. Like, sprinklers continue to be a conversation point and a sore spot for me. And I don't want to repeat myself too many times for the viewers who watch all these videos and have heard it a million times, but I'll give you a little summary. Just since we've owned this house, and this is like this is the third summer being in this house, there has always been a problem with the sprinklers. Like the pressure in the backyard isn't working, or there's a leak and it's coming up in the middle of our yard in a big pool, or it's not covering part of the grass and that grass is dying. So on top of using the sprinkler system, we have to hand water. And then this is all on top of the fact that we got sod put in our yard last summer, which was, I think, a very good decision, but a costly decision. So this like pressure of keeping this very expensive grass alive. So long story short, I've been putting off having a sprinkler guy come out because I'm stubborn a little bit. I don't want to pay more money for it to just break again. Or I almost was like afraid to know the cost, because this summer we incurred a huge cost for a sewage problem, and the sewage problem created a sprinkler problem, because to get to the sewage problem, they broke our sprinkler line. And I had to sign a contract that said that they're allowed to break the sprinkler line, that they're not held liable for that stuff. And I'm like, really? That is just insane to me. But sprinklers are fixed. It wasn't a huge cost. I made it a big deal in my mind. And now the sprinklers work. And with the sprinklers working, that means I don't have to get up and hand water, or I don't have to set up my own like kind of funky sprinkler system with like the hose and fumble around. So that's more time to diamond paint, and I've been, for the most part, taking advantage of it. I diamond paint before work for about an hour and 15 minutes. Sometimes more, sometimes less. Today it was less because I thought I set my alarm and didn't. I'm so thankful that my body just like wakes me up. It's like, hey, you should check because I don't think your alarm clock went off. That's truly what I was thinking when I was like asleep. It's like, you're sleeping too long. And I was right. Thankfully, the way my schedule's lined up is I get to work way earlier than I need to, because I'm in the type of job where there's just an infinite amount of work. Like, you will never run out of things to do, ever. So I decide to take on a lot of the things I haven't gotten done before there's students in the building. It's, I'm starting a fresh day. I'd rather do that than work later after I've had an overwhelming day, and I want to just focus on my family. That's one of my goals, is just to not do work in the evening time. But as I'm saying that, I'm also thinking, oh my gosh, I have so much to get done. There will always be time for work, right? That's what I keep trying to tell myself. There's always time for work. Always time for work. So this diamond painting is getting along nicely. I have some extra time in the morning since I'm not watering by hand. I hope it's okay. Sometimes when I chew gum, I'm chewing louder than I think. So I think I might actually spit my gum out. There we go. So that I'm not making obnoxious chewing sounds. So let's see what else is going on. I'm just checking my notes. I also have an update with the basement. The insurance company finally reimbursed us. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. It's been so stressful dealing with the sewer problem, and it's something that doesn't go away. And we finally had the drywall people call us back because our basement's deconstructed, and the company that deconstructed it, I think, is way overcharged us, and the insurance only covered maybe 1/5 of the cost that the company charged us. But at this point, I'm just so excited we're getting some money back. We're getting half of the cost back of the sewage cost. So we had to hire 2 companies to handle the damage. We had to have like a mitigation company come in and basically clean our basement. And that involved a lot of, oh my gosh, it is an ordeal because there was sewage down there. And by the way, like I want to just say it wasn't like an awful amount or even that gross. It was like for the amount it covered maybe 1/4 of the room. It just didn't spread far and we caught it early is what I'm saying. So I felt like that was why the cost was, I felt really kind of ripped off. But anyway, we're making progress. The drywall people are going to come. So we're going to have walls downstairs again. And I found a company that's willing to do it for 1/4 of the cost that this company that deconstructed the basement wanted. So yay. That means that when the insurance company reimburses us, maybe we'll get most of our money back for that part. The only thing left is to figure out the flooring. And the flooring has been an ordeal because our basement flooded last year and they accidentally put carpet in it. We didn't want carpet. We didn't have carpet. I think carpet in a basement is kind of silly, especially a basement that's prone to flood. But now we're in this holding pattern where the insurance says they won't cover anything but what was there before. So my husband and I are kind of going back and forth with whether we think it's worth it to not have insurance cover the cost of flooring, but get a flooring that is resistant to water and damage. Because if this happens again, and if it does, I'm going to cry. It's so awful. But if it happens again, then we're going to have to just rip out the carpet again. And we didn't even want the carpet. Like, it's just so silly. So silly. Oops, I bumped you. I'm going to adjust a little bit too. I'm seeing that this is kind of falling. There we go. So anyway, we're onwards and upwards a bit regarding the home crisis situations. They're not crisis. At the end of the day, everyone's safe. At the end of the day, insurance will figure it out. I have a job. Bill has a job. We'll be okay. It's inconvenient and it's stressful. And we're spending money that we don't want to spend, but it's okay. It's okay. Home ownership. So great. Like adulting. What else? Yeah, I was really worried about not having enough to talk about at this WIP and Chat because a lot of what I'm going through and what's happened like over my weekend, I want to kind of keep to myself because they're really just me processing big feelings about changes in my family, involving my grandparents. And I've kind of talked a little bit about it. It's just, change is hard. Change, even if it's like the change that you think is necessary, it's still hard. And I'm trying to manage that stress in a positive way and taking care of myself, trying to sleep more, trying to move my body more, and do things that bring me joy like diamond painting. So one highlight of this weekend before I kind of was made aware of like a change with my family was that we had some friends come over and play board games. And so that's kind of like, oops, which one did I drop? This one here. Bill, my husband Bill, is huge on board games and I like playing them too. And like, I feel like that's kind of a way for us to connect is solving a problem together. And it was fun having our friends come over. It was like it was perfect because it was like a play date for Denise. It's the friend that she is with all the time during this. It's my friend that watches Denise when I'm at work. And it was so cute just having her be like, this is my house, because the the boys never over to our house. She always goes there. And so that was super fun. And one thing that's really getting me through this like stress, which by the way, I just want to say I'm fine. Like everything's okay. It's just been stressful. It's just been emotionally draining. And yeah. But one thing that's got me through it is Denise. She's been so funny lately. So I'll have to tell you about our bedtime routine the other night. So she was in her bathroom. She has we call it her bathroom, but it's kind of a shared bathroom. And we had like one of those cups that comes with medicine out. And she makes this association. She's just, she's very observant. And she thought, oh, I want some medicine. Not because she needed it, but because she likes how it tastes. And she tries this sometimes if there's like a visual cue that reminds her about medicine. Because I've intentionally hidden the medicine in the medicine cabinet, out of sight, out of mind. But she saw the cup and said, Mommy, I need medicine. And I answered her like, oh, why do you need medicine? I didn't know you were sick. She said, I've been coughing and blessyouing all day. And like, it took me a second to even think about what does she mean by blessyouing? Blessyouing? And she just, like, I just thought that was so funny that she feels that the name of a sneeze, what you call a sneeze, is bless you. Because that's what everyone says afterward. It's just like, it's just so funny to like think about how a 3-year-old processes things. Like, and what they must be thinking, like, why is this adult always telling me what sneezing is or what this action is? Like in her mind, she's like, I'm pretty sure it's called bless you. Because that's what everyone says afterward. And I just thought that was so funny. And I didn't correct her. I did the other night. I'm like, some people call blessyouing sneezing. And then she's like, no, it's not sneezing. It's bless you. So just like silly little things like that. It just bring me so much joy. And I'm so grateful to have like, things like distractions like that. So that was my big thing with Denise. She's just going through like a weird stage too, where she's very imaginative, like wants to play pretend or be a different role. Like, let's play family. I'm a robot. I'm a dog. I'm a cat. And I just play along with it. And it's just, I'm learning to be creative with how to get the routine done, the nighttime routine, and letting her play throughout it. Like, oh, doggies need to brush their teeth too. Or, oh, baby Denise, like she pretends to be a baby and like, oh, that means you can't walk. That means you have to lay here while I put your pajamas on. Like just silly things like that. But I'm really trying to be much better at being in the moment with her and not on my phone. And that's been a struggle of mine. Like I don't know, like I want to check my phone. I want to make sure I'm not missing anything. And in the process, I'm missing her. And she sometimes calls me out on it. And I'm glad she does. I shouldn't be on my phone. So this is me saying, look up from your screen and play with your daughter. To myself. That's what I'm saying to me. So, oh, that reminds me. I don't have a quote for this week. Well, dang it. I might have to take a break from this video anyway to go fix dinner. So that gives me time to find a quote. What else? It might just be a short WIP and Chat this week. Because there wasn't really much that happened this week that I feel like needs to be shared. Let's see. Yeah, just kind of one thing I wrote in my notes is this balance that I'm trying to find of staying positive and being grateful, but also allowing myself to process and validate how I feel, like, about what's going on. And that's been hard. Like, how do I be real and be upset, but also don't let it consume me? So it's always tough. It really is. It really is. I think what I'll do is I'm going to find a quote really fast, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's my quote. I used to spend so much time reacting and responding to everyone else that my life had no direction. Other people's lives, problems, and wants set the course for my life. Once I realized it was okay for me to think about and identify what I wanted, remarkable things began to take place in my life. And you know, it's funny, I talked about this quote to kids at work today. And it's totally relevant to how I'm feeling in my life. Like, I want to be able to acknowledge what I want and what I need. And sometimes I think I'm given the opportunity to do that. Especially with my husband, who's extremely caring and loving and flexible and kind and always there for me. But I think I talked myself out of feeling like I deserve to know what I want. Or I not know what I want, I deserve to do what I want. And yeah, and it kind of relates back to this amazing book I read this summer called Burnout. And if you're looking for a book that kind of talks about, it's more geared towards females, towards women, but I think it's relevant regardless. It talks about so many concepts like that, about how in life we're kind of trained to be helpers and be empathetic, which is all good things, but we have to define what brings us joy. It's like we can't fill other people's buckets before we fill our own. And so that's a good reminder. And sometimes for me, what I need is like permission to do that, or I have to remind myself that it's okay for me to take time for myself and to do things I want to do, and to not always be thinking about everyone else's needs. And that's so hard because that's kind of the career I'm in too. So if you need that reminder to do things for yourself, to find what you need to give your life direction, this is your reminder. Because I'm hoping that these videos inspire other people and make people feel like they're not alone. I want to say that, like, feeling this way might be a universal struggle at times. I'm not really sure, and I know different people are going through different things, but I think it's so important that we remember that we should be the ones setting the course for our life. And setting a course for our own life shouldn't be like, I don't know, how do I word it? It's so perfectly in my brain and I'm trying to think of the perfect words for this. They shouldn't be mutually exclusive things. To be a caring person and to do everything you need to do and to take care of yourself. And I think in society, sometimes we feel this pressure. Not even diamond painting, I'm just thinking, looking out the window and thinking. We feel this pressure in society to always be going, to always be doing more. And sometimes the best thing, I know for me, as hard as it is to not do anything at all. Just to stop and be in the moment. Or do something that I like diamond painting. And I'm, diamond painting for the intention of focusing on it and not getting, not for another motive. So, yeah, that was a deep talk, and I hope that, yeah, I hope that you are doing well. I hope your days are going well, and that you're enjoying your diamond painting journey. I think that's what connects, how I feel connected to people, is that I know that this hobby brings other people joy, and this hobby brings me a lot of joy. And yeah, so thanks for watching. If you are not subscribed and you're liking what I'm creating, please consider subscribing. I truly love it when I see I have more subscribers. Hope you're doing well, like I said, and I will see you in next week's video.